How's it going, yo? Welcome to the Liberty Bowl. Happy live stream Friday. How's everybody doing, man? Go ahead and check the old Rumble live stream. Make sure we are live over there. And looks like we are. All right, alrighty, man. How are you guys doing? It's Friday. We got a whole bunch of shit that went on this week. We got everything from the Nashville fucking shooters, Trannyfesto, that got released by old Steven Crowder. We also got a
The
Jim Jordan reveals.
Trannyfesto.
Right. I've been calling it that all week. The fucking the Trannyfesto. Right. We also got a fucking Jim Jordan reveals more government, more federal government, basically using these social media platforms and basically these using the federal government to censor individuals that happen to go against them. Right. We also got, let's see, Zelensky. Oh man, Zelensky, dude, that is. I feel for the guy in the way that it's like almost like a like a crackhead that's been fucking thrown in jail for the first time. Like somebody that's they know that they're fucked. Like they know they're fucked. Like, and when it comes down to the money, the motherfucker's fiending like a son of a bitch. Like he's in a bad spot. So I feel for him in that way. But I mean, yeah, definitely that shit's fucked. Yeah, fucking yeah, Ukraine's pretty much done. We also got the House GOP going ahead and subpoenaing Hunter, James Biden, and a couple other people connected with the Biden family. We also got, let's see, some voting machines. We're having some issues with switching votes over this last election that was just held this last week that nobody was really much aware of. I mean, of course, if you follow politics like we do, we're aware of it. We did have a vote here in Tucson, which was a landslide for the Democrats. No surprise there. I mean, it's probably Mexico, so I mean, but yeah, either way, there's some issues going on with more machine glitches because as we all know, fucking these machines are the only way to go. Fucking hand counting should be illegal. We need to go with fucking machines made in China, right? So more with that, fucking Rashida Tlaib finally gets fucking censored in Congress, right, over her pro Palestine remarks. Yeah, fucking pretty major meltdown on the left from that. Fucking let's see what else we got. See, oh yeah, the GOP debate was this weekend. If anybody happens to give a shit, I doubt there's too many of you that really do. Of course, as we know, that is essentially the also ran debate. It's essentially the debate for vice president, or basically the a lot of people are actually thinking of it as more of the debate for who's going to try and fill the shoes after the fucking deep state ends up locking up Trump or assassinating him or doing whatever they do with them to make sure that he can't run, because that's the top priority of government right now, is making sure that Donald Trump can't run, right? Yeah, I know a lot of stuff today, right? Fucking we also got a man, fucking George Lucas, loses it on these fucking eco Nazis over in Panama. I guess they're having a protest for what is it, some sort of fucking mine. I forget what exactly they're mining, but a large mine. They're protesting it, and basically a guy wasn't having it. They shut down a fucking major road, and this dude was not having it. Goes out and fucking blah blah, fucking blast two people. But what we're going to go ahead and start with for today is we have to make this very well known, everybody. Senator Blackburn is not in any way suicidal. I mean, do you believe Senator Blackburn's suicidal? I mean, I don't think she's suicidal. We need to very much stress that point. All right. So Senator Blackburn is essentially what is it? Fucking she's a subpoenaed or something like that. Fucking, but basically to get all of the Epstein files released. Basically, the whole the entire Epstein flight log, right? So basically, the type of shit that we've been screaming about for a long time. There's a whole lot of other stuff with it, but of course, that's the big kind of outlier about it. But yeah, dude, that's the big breaking news of the day. If I can, I don't know. Let me see if I can pull up the video real quick. If I gotta go ahead and expound on that a little bit.
What's that? The subpoena? I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, you're saying it's not she's not suicidal because we know old one William fucking Clinton, dude, was on that flight log, and it's basically been corroborated by several other entities. As far as that's concerned, we're talking like 26 flights, be verified, and then I mean, you got royalty and all sorts of shit. I mean, they pulled off a murder inside of a fucking high security prison for this, So, yeah, I mean, it's about time it comes out. I mean, this shit happened while Trump was in office, obviously, and we're still here talking about it with nothing.
right. I mean, that's the one of the things that I figured. Fucking, we're probably never going to end up getting to the actual bottom of all of it. I mean, the only thing that you could actually, say for sure is that the people that are running the world, not just our country, but the world, are disgusting fucking pedophiles. They're all fucking disgusting lizard people, fucking perverts. And yeah, hopefully, some stuff ends up coming out of this, but we shall see. But I got the video pulled up over here. Let's go ahead and check this out real quick.
Publisher. You clearly don't want to talk about that one either. So I have filed an amendment issuing a subpoena to Justice Sotomayor's staff who helped to sell her books, as well as to her book publisher, so we can fully understand the backstory of these deals. And since we're in the business of issuing subpoenas now, here are a few more that I've filed. A subpoena to Jeffrey Epstein's estate to provide the flight logs for his private plane, given the numerous allegations of human trafficking and sexual abuse surrounding Mr. Epstein. I think it is very important that we identify everybody that was on that plane and how many trips they took on that plane and the destinations to which they arrived. I've also filed a subpoena authorizing Secretary Becerra to come before this committee and explain to us how HHS and the Office of Refugee Resettlement has lost track of 85,000 children. In addition, I filed a subpoena to compel the Biden DOJ to provide all documentation about their disastrous decision to terminate the successful China initiative. That was a program that was critical to targeting and prosecuting Chinese spies in America. Next, we've got to get to the bottom of the far left's effort to take down President Trump. That's why I've filed a subpoena for all documents relating to any political donations and participation by Special Counsel Robert Mueller's staff. And let's talk about the two tiers of justice that we're all seeing in the Biden administration. This administration loves to talk about misinformation, but they clearly have the goal of censoring conservative speech online. In the latest example of this, DOJ, on behalf of the FTC, filed a privacy and securities practices suit against Twitter. So I think we need to get to the bottom of President Biden's efforts to silence Elon Musk. That's why I filed a subpoena to compel DOJ and the FTC to provide all documents related to the investigation of Elon Musk. So, Mr. Chairman, I think there are real issues that we should be talking about: social media and the way it's destroying our kids' lives. Wall Street Journal has an article in on this today. Our southern border is wide open. It is a vulnerability. The president's administration has lost track of 85,000 children. The world is on fire, but what you have chosen to do is to launch an assault on the legitimacy of the Supreme Court. If you want to take up our time and go there, Mr. Chairman, we can all go there. I think this is a sad day for this committee and for the confidence that the American people would like to have in our institution and in this prestigious committee.
Thank you, Senator. When I recognized you, I didn't know what subject you wished to speak to. As I announced at the beginning, the first thing we'll consider the 2 judicial nominations, then we will move to the subpoena, and I see people seeking further recognition on that issue. So after lengthy debate on these nominees at the last meeting, the question is...
Mr. Chairman, I want to speak on the judges.
Senator Cotton.
No, you go
Can
ahead,
you speak
Tom.
on the judges as well?
All right. As a bit of a lengthy one, but a whole lot of good shit there. As I mentioned, if this will go away, there we go. As I mentioned, she basically said that she's going to subpoena to get all the flight logs from to and from Epstein Island, right? So that's a whole lot of fucking people that are going to be implemented right there. We also got her saying that she wants to get Senator Mayorkas or Secretary Mayorkas to basically answer for the 85,000 children that have gone missing, from crossing the border that were in his care. That obviously just the child trafficking, just the human trafficking in general being done by this administration. That's something that really needs to be, brought under investigation just as much as, the Epstein thing is, obviously one thing kind of leads to another in oftentimes in these types of cases. Right. And then the China initiative, I'll be honest, I don't really know much about the China initiative. So, go ahead and let you break that one down. But then we also got, he wants to subpoena political donations to Mueller, and wants to subpoena all documents relating to the investigation of Elon Musk and his purchase of Twitter, now X, right? So, a whole lot of fucking shit. She's basically just kind of throwing out on the table and saying that she wants to fucking go ahead and make a motion to get subpoenas for all this stuff, right? I don't know, man. What's your kind of takeaway from that clip there?
With the China shit, it's the typical liberal way there, man, is fucking like they're talking about Supreme Court Justice Sotomayor, that she wrote a book, basically a book that nobody fucking wants to read, and someone in China buys 6 million copies, and that's like an illegal fucking donation, bribe, whatever you want to call it, right? And then obviously you heard her trying to get some shit in motion to check the admin there about going after Elon for nothing more than a legal purchase of a fucking platform and trying to give somewhat, moniker of free speech. I mean, we know it's not for real free speech, but you're glad to see something like that happening, right? But as usual, man, like with these subpoenas, especially when it comes to Biden, that he's going to do exactly what Obama's and them did and just completely fucking ignore it. I mean, You're talking about the head executive, man. I mean, they're not going to budge. They're just going to say fuck you. I mean, other ones that she's subpoenaing from other government entities and whatnot, I see her getting her hands on most of it. But every aspect of the fucking the government at this point is basically a radical fucking subversive fucking piles of shit. So they stonewall and stall as much as possible, but eventually I think you're going to see some information come out. Not necessarily the Epstein shit. That's probably too deep. I don't think you're going to really see that, man. But, you never know. The other stuff, you might be getting rid of a fucking, a diversity hire there on the Supreme Court bench. That'd be cool.
All right. Shit. Now, yeah. Do you know what the whole hearing was about? You know what they're even discussing in the first place? Because one thing I'm kind of wondering is what kind of brought it on? Like what was the context of the conversation when she decided to go ahead and bring up all these subpoena requests and stuff?
Well, I mean, I think it's just backlash. I think it's like a intelligence committee, and it's just backlash against the weaponization, man. I mean, like she said, she's pointing out instances where it's like tit for tat. So you're subpoenaing this, or you're going after Elon. Okay, then we're going to go after these records and show how you're censoring, and you know what I mean. So I believe that's all it is your basic intelligence committee.
Yeah. So basically, one way or another, fucking this next year is fitting to be lit when it comes to news, right? Like, and a whole bunch of shit going to be coming out on both sides. Really, you're going to have the whole Trump trials and all that shit that they're going to be trying to delay all the way up until right before the election, right? And then we also got isn't the Biden impeachment being delayed now too? I'm assuming to probably a more politically advantageous time, such as right before the election as well.
Well, I mean, you know how that rolls, dude. I mean, unless they want to pull a Pelosi and just say we're impeaching them without even showing you evidence or any semblance of an actual case, you know, I mean, we know, you know, fucking Republicans drag their feet, bro. It's you know, I'm sure it's delayed probably fucking indefinitely. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
you know, in reality, just the information that they've rattled off. I don't know how far you want me to go into this because we're gonna, you know, that's one of the topics, right? But you know, I mean, obvious with the, you know, money changing hands, show companies, yada yada. They have the evidence already, man. But
Oh yeah.
it's just a matter of knowing it's gonna fail because the Senate's, it's not gonna fix the Senate, man.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. That's the Biden's one saving grace. But the of course, as we mentioned frequently, the one good thing about having the control of the House right now is, like we said, America isn't necessarily run, or at least American culture and the sway of the voters and stuff like that isn't necessarily run on actual policy or actual convictions or actual. It's not really run on anything actual. It's run off of like a Bongino says, off of fucking what is it, snapshots and quotes or something like that, snapshots and headlines or something. I don't remember, but it's essentially it's a show. It's all a show,
Right.
and so yeah, I mean uh, I forgot where I was going with it, but essentially, it's us having the house and stuff like that. It's basically we have that sort of power to where we can basically expose things. Obviously it's not going to get past the Senate, but at least with the optics and stuff, if they wait just before election season, I mean, I don't know. To be quite frank, I don't think Joe Biden is going to run. I don't think that they have any intention of Joe Biden running. I don't think Joe Biden has any intention of himself actually running. Right? I think it's all just. I think they're all just putting on a fucking show. I think they're gonna fucking do some last minute fucking switcheroo type shit. Like Tim's been saying with Gavin Newsom, I doubt it's going to be anything as ridiculous as fucking Joe Biden having a fucking heart attack on stage and Gavin Newsom rushing up to save him. I don't think it's going to be anything that blatantly fucking ridiculous. But yeah, I don't think that they have any intention of running Joe Biden fucking in 2024 anyway. I think that they're just going to put whoever they have off to the side. And because as we mentioned before, it's not like the Democrat voters vote on policy or anything anyway. They vote off of what the celebrity tells them to do. So they
Right.
technically, on the Democrat side, they can change up their candidate right at the fucking 11th hour, and they will still get all of the fucking votes of the Democrat Party just because that's what the Democrats are. They're just the fucking people out there that aren't paying attention and just all they fucking care about is the latest fucking hit song and all that type shit.
I
So
mean, what do you think, though? I mean, you think it's going to be, split vote as far as the Democrats are concerned, even if they change it out in the 11th hour? You got more and more people that are jumping in the ring at this point, like with Jill Stein announcing she's going again. I mean, I don't think any of those people are going to pull votes from Trump. You know what I
nah.
mean?
No, I don't know, man. I think that Trump is doing way too good right now. I think fucking Roseanne is right. Like I've been saying, I still think I think fucking that 2024 the election is gonna be something that we're not expecting. Is as we know, fucking the one thing that the deep state will not let happen at any cost, including fucking destroying their own empire, is Trump will not be in power again. I mean, that's the fucking bottom line. That's their fucking bottom line. That's their fucking if Trump gets power again, fuck it, we nuke the place. It's for real, dude. So I mean, the one thing that we can say for sure is they're not gonna fucking let Trump, get in this election. And at the same time, based off what the polls are showing, Trump's going to win this election, and so they're way too, contradictory to each other. I don't, and at the same time, we got the whole trust thing, like we're going to go into a little bit later with the voting machines and stuff like that. Nobody fucking trusts the elections anymore.
Right.
It doesn't matter who wins at this point. I think everything is far too, politicized and just foobar. You know, I think it's a. I think fucking this might be the last election of the America that we've grown up in. You know.
I think that might have already came and passed as far as that's concerned, man. And as much as I hate to admit it, I mean, I kind of felt this way, back in 2012. I shouldn't hate to admit it because the only route I was going to go with that is I actually believe that Romney probably got more votes than fucking Obama did. And that's hurtful to say. I mean, you know what I'm saying? As much as damage as Obama did, I think Romney's just as bad, if not worse, because he fucking wears sheep's clothing, right? But and then you have the Ron Paul situation where they literally wouldn't take his delegates in. They basically tried to stonewall him like they're doing with JFK right now, or RFK rather. I'm sorry. Where they take his votes and just hand it over to the establishment candidate.
All right.
And so this has been snowballing for a while now. It's just to the point, I think, at this point where they can't hide it anymore.
Yeah. So I don't know if I can. What do you think, fucking on Biden running? Do you think he's gonna fucking actually run, or do you think they're gonna switch him out at the 11th hour?
Like they're gonna sneak in Newsom? To me, that's their only actual hope, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as that's concerned, obviously Democrats don't even like camel toes, and even though Newsom's a failure, people love Dracula. They love Hollywood monsters, bro. So unfortunate, but I think Trump will have a much harder time dealing with that guy, to be honest with you, because he's obviously much sharper than fucking bedriddens, and he's a good shit talker. You know what I mean? He's a good liar.
Right. I don't know about beating Trump though, man. I think fucking Trump still fucking suck all the oxygen out of the room, even with fucking old gruesome Newsom,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that he beat him, but I'm saying he'll have a much tougher time, especially like on a debate stage.
Yeah.
And and Trump's still obviously head and shoulders above the vast majority of anyone his age, right? But I mean, you're throwing in a guy that's 30 years younger or whatever. It's there's definitely going to be kind of a sharp change there.
Yeah, and that's I don't know. What do you think of the whole calls for obviously a younger generation, the younger crop. Obviously our mindset on this show is essentially that it's Trump this time, and then fucking whoever the fuck ends up getting in next. As long as they're MAGA, whatever. But what's your thoughts on basically we need a whole new fucking crop, a new generation to basically take over.
Fuck yeah, we do, man. We got straight velociraptors fucking running the country exclusively. People that fucking, that are basically unemployable in the private sector due to cognitive decline and physical inability, right? But they're almost completely in charge at this point. I don't think they should be excluded. Again, guys like Trump, I mean, the guy's older, but he's still sharp as hell, man. Witty. He can stand there and talk off the cuff for 3 hours. I mean, I don't even know if I could do that. Fuck. Right. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, you want to see, the baton be handed off, new ideas, new frontiers, man. I mean, they like the left calls themselves progressive, but everything that they preach is regressive segregation bullshit. And they act like it's fucking the 1960s civil rights era, So, I mean, actual progression takes younger, sharper minds, man.
Right. I think it's just the boomer generation refusing to fucking pass the torch. Essentially, I think that's why we're stuck in this. It's why we're having the people that are so dead set against putting America first as opposed to basically being a global empire. You know what I mean? Because basically these people are the people that have been running the country since the dawn of the American global empire. They're the people that basically go ahead.
They haven't destroyed the economy enough, haven't absorbed enough off your paycheck, man. I mean, they're the ones that have basically placed us where we're at as a country through decades of fucking voting for the lesser of two evils and refusing to stand on morals because, you know, you want to eat your TV dinner in front of fucking Jackie Gleason or whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, it's progressed that way. You know, currently you're paying Social Security for people that are sitting at home driving Lexuses, living in fucking, you know, $500,000 houses while they give you the poor. Well, you got to take care of grandma. Like, I
Right.
mean, yeah, if it was being used for what it's for, but again, it's not. I mean, you're literally paying people that live a lifestyle that's unattainable for you at this, especially younger than us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? For the most part, right? There's exceptions to everything, but that's the minuscule, man. And that's why you see, you know, like that video I made one recently talking about that millennial kid that was crying. Everyone was passing it around and making fun of her. I actually think she might have been Gen Z, actually. But
Yeah.
anyway, you know, she's crying, talking about, you know, she graduated, going to school, you know, from college, now has a job, life's hard, you know the deal. And dude, people are laughing at her, making fun, and it's like, dude, I mean, you fucking destroyed this country, and you're laughing at your kid that did
All
everything
right.
he was supposed to do. That's fucking miserable, unhappy, and struggling, dude. Like, what is funny about that? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's where we're at this point, man.
I think what happened with the younger generation is we set them up for failure. We set them up with unrealistic expectations. We basically told them that all you need to do is go to college and you're going to have a fucking, you know, 6-figure fucking income by the time you get out and shit, you know? And obviously that's not reality, you know, fucking, as I like to say a lot, you know, fucking, you know, too many fucking chiefs, not enough Indians, you know? That's
Yeah,
going to lead to a bad mix, and that's basically what we're seeing, you know, going on here. We got all these fucking college educated, you know, fucking Gen Zers and shit with you know, massive amounts of debt, and nobody is looking for what the fuck they have their degrees in, because of the fact that, you know, we told them that basically, oh, you just need to have a degree and then you'll get a fucking job, you know, doing something fucking, as long as you're college educated, you'll be fucking, you know, rich and all this and that type shit, you know. And you know, they bought it, and essentially, like you said, you know, yeah, they did everything that society told them that they needed to do, and now they're fucked for it, you know. And it really is kind of fucked up, you know. And that's just you know, what we've done to our society. But when it comes to like politicians and stuff like that, fucking is, you know, kind of backtracking a little bit, but I think fucking the three things that stand out that show us that really the politicians are not working for us is you know, for one, fucking things like age limits and term limits. That's one of the things that's essentially universally kind of agreed upon on both sides of the aisle amongst the people, right? Obviously not amongst the ruling class, because as I mentioned earlier, you know, they're essentially the boomers that are refusing to give up power because of the fact that they're the first people to inherit the American empire, you know? And so the second thing would be um, uh, stock trading, you know, fucking among Congress members and people that basically regulate, you know, the way that the markets are ran here in America, right? It's you know, obviously fucking Nancy Pelosi is the one of the biggest fucking uh, people that, you know, to violate this trust. And you know, here,
bluewhales.com.
right, right, fucking PelosiTracker.com,
Yeah.
right? But
Dude, it's really weird, totally off subject, but I'm looking at two screens. Restream, bro, we're like in 1080 HP. And then on the other screen, I'm like less than 720. I'm like SD.
yeah,
Yeah.
fucking all grained out and shit,
Yeah. Little bit pixelated.
right? But yeah, so I forgot what the third one was.
I'm
But
sorry.
yeah,
I fucked it up,
no,
man.
no,
My bad.
you're good. Is actually fucking. I was trying to remember what the third one was the whole time I was explaining the first two. Fucking marijuana affects the memory, but yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, so there's essentially, you know, several things that we universally agree on as a nation for the most part, and you know, the people in power refuse to you know, do these sorts of things, you know. And it just
Yeah.
really just kind of shows that you know, they ain't working for us. You know, they're working for the fucking the wealth. Oh, that was the third one. They're wealthy fucking donors, fucking making fucking all donations of a, you know, of a large amount fucking have to be public, Like fucking, it has to be public. You can't have fucking private donors anymore. Fucking, other than that, fucking, if you still want to get your fucking your uh corrupt fucking dollars and shit, you got to do it fucking through the back door and shit, and that way you're gonna eventually leave a paper trail, and we're gonna end up busting your ass, right? But yeah, fucking the donors and shit, dude, that can't be like fucking, closed door type things. Fucking, that one's a little bit more controversial, but for the most part, a lot of people, really kind of universally agree that we actually just passed a law here in Arizona, basically making it to where any donation over, I think it's like $1,000 to any individual candidate has to be public, public knowledge, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree with some of that. You know what I'm saying? Like term limits, again, it could be a double-edged sword, man. Right? Because then you get guys in, like your Rand Pauls, Justin Amash, stuff like that. Thomas Massey, they get in pretty young. You want to keep those guys around. Those are guys that fight for your freedom, even if you don't agree with their politics. They're still looking out for your ass. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, that would be rough. That'd be brutal, man, to fucking, shaft those kind of fellas, right? And then as far as the age, again, we'll revert back to old Trump schools. Now you compare like a Feinstein, a Biddens, to Trump, night and day, man. You know what I mean? So while the age limit sounds good, in reality, it should be a fucking cognitive test, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I mean, like, even we won't, obviously we can't say where we work, right? But even at our jobs, we had to take aptitude tests and personality fucking tests. And, you know what I mean? And I mean, you were literally rated, and they base that off of your trajectory, like, for your future, man. And we can't do the same for the top executive in the fucking country. You know what I mean? And again, people will cry, well, that's, just like lowering the grade standards for graduation in Oregon or Washington or whatever, right? They'll be like, well, that's not equitable. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, it's the top executive position that we need to make fucking quick lightning strike fucking decisions. I don't give two fucks if it's biased or not. You know what I mean? It is what it is. If you can't pass the test, you can't run, man.
Yeah. But everyone knows IQ tests are racist.
Right. And then as far as the stock trading, yeah, I don't think, I totally agree with you 100%. I think that if you're in office, your direct family and yourself shouldn't be able to trade or hold fucking, stock in companies that you're dictating regulations for and against. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can definitely agree with that kind of shit. And then as far as donors, man, I think we just need to take the whole glitz and glamour out of running for fucking public office, where these people are, like the Hillary Trump campaign, they spent over $1 billion fucking dollars, man. I mean, a piece. That's not even total. That's a piece. Ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be a government for the people, by the people. Absolutely impossible for anyone but, someone that's heavily politically connected, or like a Trump or like a Vivek that could run at that point,
Right.
So it should be totally like grassroots, like the normal, like if you and I donate, like you can't, donate over $500 and you're going to fucking jail. You know what I mean? Really, take the super PACs out, take the fucking corporations the fuck out, and just run it. And as far as stations, you got your NPRs and stuff like that, where you could have debates and whatnot basically for free, because those are already taxpayer funded, man. It's there. Just use the airtime. Simple as that, man.
Yep. So I mean, like you said, there's an argument on both sides of everything. For the I guess the counter for the first one, the term limits and stuff like that, as we've talked about before, is just obviously it's a multifaceted thing, but just the opposite fucking argument would be that when people are in office for so fucking long, or they can hold the same office for so long, it invites basically people to buy them off, essentially. So I mean that's the one thing, without fucking having to have them switch offices, or get reelected in a different position, stuff like that. It does invite a little bit more room for corruption and shit. Yeah, I forgot what the other one was. Fucking
To,
yeah,
to that same one though, I mean, like, being like, say you're on a limited term, you get elected, you got to go back to your fucking 9 to 5 in 2 years or 4 years. You might be a little amped to take whatever the fuck you can get right now as well. You know what
yeah,
I mean? So
yep,
there's that too. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it's really a multifaceted thing when it comes to, I guess, term limits and stuff like that. But when it comes to people that don't like to think about all the different angles to it and stuff like that, that's why I say I think it's I guess more or less kind of a universally agreed upon thing for the most part for people that don't actually think of it in individual terms like that. Uh, but yeah, man, fucking definitely a whole lot of shit that could really be changed uh in our government. It's obviously not a perfect fucking perfect system. It could always be improved, and we do we work on it. But for the most part, like you said, a lot of the stuff that would make sense to us is all of the stuff that the people in power absolutely do not want to fucking do. So that's the problem that we have here, is basically trying to elect people that are willing to get voted in so they could limit the power that they have. That's obviously
what
it's a hard find.
you're you're talking about like changes and stuff. How do you feel about like a revision, like to like a slight regression, and how like the Senate was originally intended to be? Like they were appointed positions like the Supreme Court, where they were meant to slow the roll, man, and gum up a little bit and do some more debating and actual intellectual fucking thought process, and to just willy nilly signing omnibus bills and cutting checks.
Do you know what led up to us starting to do it that way? Like, do you
Hmm.
know when we started voting on voting in senators as opposed to having them appointed? I mean, I could look it
Tell me
up.
about it.
I don't know. I was
I
just
thought you were gonna tell me about
no. I was saying I could look it up. But that'd be the first thing that I would want to know is why did we stop doing it that way in the first place? But
right? It's been so many years since I've read that, bro.
let's see. Do Constitutional amendments. Amendment 17, direct election of senators. Amendment 17 to the Constitution was ratified on April 8th, 1913. It overrides the previous Constitution's provisions on the election of senators, changing it so that they are elected directly by the voting public during elections. Let's see.
What does that tell you, man? 1913. What is that year? What's that
Right,
year, bro?
right. I don't know. I remember something going on in 1913. I think that was the year they started taking everyone's fucking money. All
I think that's the year the United States became a corporation and you
right.
were a tradable commodity.
Yep. Let's see. So, for the question of why do we vote for senators, Constitutional Convention established a model for a for state selection. Also, the farmers believed that in electing senators, state legislatures would strengthen their ties with the national government and thereby increase the chances for ratifying the Constitution. Let's see. What was the reason for the 17th Amendment? The proponents of the amendment argued that removing from state legislatures the power to choose U.S. senators would make state democracy work better. Democracy, right? Allowing
Right.
voters to focus on state issues when choosing state officials. When the 17th Amendment is discussed today, however, the issue is largely ignored, right? So, essentially, is I guess to in the sense of how they like to say it, to create a more perfect union, right? It's essentially to one of my favorite lines from fucking Gladiator is like fucking all the Senate is, it just gives the people an illusion of a choice. That's basically why the 17th Amendment is. It's basically to give the fucking poor farmers of individual states the illusion that they have a fucking choice.
Right. And your choice was supposed to be your congressman, man. And again,
Hmm.
the senators are there to fucking gum up the works and intellectually debate for however long it takes to come to logical fucking conclusions that were good for the country, rather than fucking, moral grandstanding and fucking helping quote unquote allies support democracy, dude.
It's all about
I
fucking
mean, really, and you
democracy.
could go with your term limits, right? And so it wouldn't be like lifetime appointments as such, like a Supreme Court, but a more extended one than the term limits put on Congress. You know what I mean? Where Congress say if you had 2 terms, you gave them 4. You know what I mean?
I'm
And
sorry, what was that?
that's where you have like the Senate, like you said, you could run it with your term limits, but then like the Senate just gets a longer term than they would put on Congress. You know what I mean? Since Congress is directly fucking elected, and
Yeah,
then the Senate, like if you give the Congress the term limits is 2, you give the Senate 4, right? And I mean that's where you have your older guys. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Your cocaine Mitches and whatnot. And
right.
then, the younger cats that are trying to, push change and they're, drastic and we got to get it done right now. That's where you have them. It's in the fucking lower chamber, man.
Yeah, yeah, just fucking get your fresh crop in the fucking Congress, get the OGs and shit in the Senate, and yeah, basically fucking get the younger people that want to make radical changes and shit, all the AOCs and all that. Basically get them started at the bottom, so that way they could get fucking slapped down by the fucking older cats. That basically that's unconstitutional. You know?
Right.
Yeah, but who used to appoint the Senate? Uh,
It was the legislature. Like it was the Congress that would appoint them. You know what I mean? And then,
okay.
but it was like lifetime appointments, like SCOTUS, dude.
Oh, all right. I mean, I could see where the lifetime appointments thing. It's a bit much, But I don't think fucking there should be any sort of fucking. Yeah, I guess maybe SCOTUS and shit like that. I don't know. Fucking, what's your thoughts on lifetime appointments for SCOTUS?
SCOTUS, man. I mean, to me, I dig it, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, to an extent, right? Because obviously, if you got some drastics on there, like if you're Sotomayor's, Kenji Brown or whatever, fucking we're running the joint, that would suck, right?
right.
I mean, you'd have all sorts of shit going on. You surely wouldn't have firearms, but balanced or slightly tipped in a more America first fashion, dude, I'm okay with. And that's why it's supposed to go through a whole process to get them there. You want your best and your brightest, man. Your guys that are the most constitutionally educated, rather than diversity hires like we currently have being put on there. Man. And if you have those guys, it's Clarence Thomas and Scalise, those type of Gorsuch. You have those type of figures. Those are the guys you want on that board until they're decrepit.
Yep. Fucking yeah. I guess fucking
I mean, because that's their job, right? Their job's not to change anything. It's they're weighing current legislation against the Constitution. That's their sole fucking job, man. You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah. Fucking yeah. I guess fucking there's I don't know. Fucking, is there a way like if they're abusing their power and shit to fucking remove them?
I'm sure they could be impeached. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they want to do it with Clarence Thomas. They keep trying to push to remove him because he's a black guy that he's a different kind of black guy. The left doesn't dig that kind of. I mean,
Right.
and but yeah,
That's
of
one of them
course,
Uncle Toms there.
yeah. It's going to be a process. It's not just like a let's remove this guy. Like fucking Trump. We have
Yeah.
zero evidence. Let's impeach.
Yeah. Fucking. All right. So speaking of impeaching and fucking getting rid of people, let's go ahead and move on to our next one here. Fucking Rashida Tlaib gets fucking censored or fucking censored or however you fucking pronounce it and shit. But
Yeah.
yeah. Let's go and check out some of these fucking unhinged fucking leftist videos. Check out fucking Cori Bush having her meltdown over fucking
I thought
the
you were gonna say Garland's fucking squad.
Garland. I didn't see Garland's.
Of a
No,
lack
he loves Omar.
Yeah.
Ilhan Omar, dude.
Oh fucking Elon. Oh, we got hers coming up too.
of care and a lack of understanding and a lack of seeing the humanity of folks who look like Rashida Tlaib. It's outrageous that my colleagues are blatantly attempting to silence the only Palestinian American representative right here. It's outrageous, but it's not surprising. And let me tell you, it's not surprising because this place is where 1,700 members of Congress, this elected body, enslaved black people. It's not surprising because they thought it was right. It's not surprising because this is a place where members continue to claim that the insurrection on the Capitol just appeared to look like a normal tourist visit. It's not surprising because this is the place where our black and brown staff members repeatedly speak of experiencing racism and sexism, Islamophobia, get pushed off of elevators, xenophobia, and more right here in this workplace. This is the place. And let me say this. She mourns for the 1,400 Israelis that lost their lives. She mourns for the 10,000, and she will not stop. No more. No more lies. Ceasefire now. And she takes the death threats that you all send that they
The gentlelady is no longer recognized. The gentleman from Maryland.
To her, the desire to save lives is greater.
Gentleman from Maryland is recognized.
That's what I said.
I'd be like, security.
We'll reserve.
Right.
The gentleman from Maryland reserves. The gentleman from Georgia is recognized.
Can we cut her mic, please?
Can you get rid of the chunky Blix's place?
Right.
Security.
Right. No, don't make her call her security, aka her husband, which pays him fucking millions a year.
Right.
Out of taxpayers'
fucking
dollars.
trick,
Right.
Right.
Let me see if I can. You think the Bongino report is got fucking Ilhan Omar down here. Yep. The enemy is already here.
What is true here is every single one of them has not acknowledged the fact that Palestinians are dying in the tens of thousands, but will continue to say it is us who are not acknowledging humanity. Rashida will stand strong.
Gentlelady's time has expired.
The movement will continue for liberation until every single
Gentlelady's time has
Palestinian
expired.
has the right to
Gentleman
live
from
in
Maryland
liberty.
is recognized.
Right? Everything's fucking just racisms. That's the whole reason. Everything's racism. Fucking, it's nothing about like fucking,
racisms.
right. Let's see if I can. Oh, fucking a retiring rhino defends far left Hamas sympathizer Rashida Tlaib. Who the fuck this? Ken Buck. Fucking Colorado, of course.
Minute. Thank you. Mr. Speaker, on October 7th, Hamas terrorists paraglided into a music festival and began an unprovoked spree of violence. Babies were beheaded, young girls raped, hundreds kidnapped, and many murdered in vile ways. To compare a modern democracy with a repressive terrorist state is wrong. But it is also wrong for Congress to take this action at a time when we have serious issues that we face, to take an
like
action
terrorists.
and take down the words, to strike the words, to censure fellow member, no matter how incorrect we believe she may be, is wrong. We lower ourselves when we try to take action against someone else for their words. We all go back to our districts, and thank goodness social media hasn't caught every one of us with everything that we say back in our districts, because we would all be standing here. This is a wrong time to do this. It is the wrong action to take. Let's pass a resolution condemning this kind of language, condemning anti-Semitism on college campuses and elsewhere. But it is absolutely wrong to vote for this motion, and I yield back.
What a fucking...
Dude, it's... Right, it's fucking... let's curtail the populace at large's speech to make up for this ranting BLM lunatic, right? And then, dude, and what's on top of that, dog, it's like, these Republicans, like a John McCain, this cat, these fools, as they're going out of office or dying, right? They try to I'm going to try to make myself popular with the left. And John McCain fucking votes to keep Obamacare against Trump and then asks Obama to speak at his funeral. You know what I mean? You got this guy blowing people out, you know what I mean? To go back home to Colorado's, dude, to hopefully get some free coffees at Starbucks and stuff. I mean, dude.
I like how he says, fucking basically fucking we can't get rid of her because of her speech, but fucking we should definitely fucking make a rules or something fucking condemning her speech and shit like that. But fucking yeah, I don't know, fucking absolute fucking ridiculous fucking just straight up fucking neocon fucking rhino shit. I don't even know if it's fucking
Yeah.
neocon necessarily. I think it's just fucking a Colorado plant. Fucking yeah. I mean, obviously Colorado's deep fucking blue. So
It wasn't before though. I mean, it's like Arizona. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yep. Arizona's getting bluer by the fucking day, man. That's
Right.
that's one thing that I've become abundantly aware of. But let's see, what else we got here? Fucking oh yeah, fucking give us the credits.
Jamal Spallman's. Right.
Right? Oh, dude, fucking Jamal Bowman, dude. That shit was fucking. I mean, that was fucking just insulting to their voters and shit. To the Democrat Party and shit. To just like, oh, I was confused. I didn't know. I couldn't tell the difference between a door frame or a door handle and a fucking fire alarm. It's real confusing stuff, And then of course the videos come out now, basically showing them fucking removing the fucking fire alarm fucking signs and going ahead and pulling the fire alarm. Like, yeah, fucking
Hey, bro. Listen, we got the old fucking I was the Devil's Kangs fucking in the comments saying, what do you guys think about the new speaker going out there and dropping money to Zion on one?
It's expected, in my opinion. Like I said, I think like I said from the beginning of the whole Hamas thing, I'm completely fucking against American intervention in it, both financially and militarily. But I know that it's an inevitability, just with all the people that we have in fucking office right now, in fucking in Congress and in fucking basically just running our fucking government. There's not enough America First people to basically turn away from from Israel. So like I said, it was completely to be expected, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, also, he's a pretty conservative fucking Christian, and
Right.
that's who's been basically voting to prop up Israel for decades. You know what I mean? So like, it definitely to be expected. And if you're a hardcore Christian, it's the Holy Lands. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We got to protect it. It's modern day fucking crusades, bro. Like, so.
Yep. Yeah. Fucking. Yeah. Shit. Let me. Fucking. Let's go ahead and switch gears here, man. So, or actually, fucking. So, with Rashida Tlaib being fucking censored, what does that necessarily mean? Fucking, does that just basically mean that like she gets stripped of some of her like chair or committee seats and stuff like that, and basically just she gets stripped of like her
Basically,
vote?
she can't
Or
bring bills to the floor, dude. She just, she still gets to vote, obviously. You know what I mean? She's
right?
still a representative, but she just can't be on the floor. Like, they're not going to let her speak. They're not going to bring forth bills and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, and I read somewhere that she's gonna get stripped of a lot of her committee positions as well too. I mean, I'd assume so. Like, fucking, yeah, obviously, fucking, she's pro fucking terrorism, and at the same time, fucking, she's probably pretty pissed off right now. She's probably not the person that we want making decisions. In our committees and stuff. Fucking, I mean, she could have her vote and all that stuff. I mean, the people did vote her in. It's not like we could take that away from them. But yeah, definitely, fucking, we could strip her from committee positions and all that shit. Like, she doesn't need to be in any of them. Shit, if
Just strip her
it's
right out of Congress, bro. I'm
right.
not for democracy. This is a republic, dude, and this is subversive bitch, man. And dude, I'm ashamed to say, she's from Michigan, bro. Like, the people there have lost their damn minds, and they've imported enough fucking Arabs over there to have oil wells cracking in Detroit at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fucking, I forget what I was gonna say. But I don't know, man. Fucking, you want to go on to the old GOP debate? Actually,
Sure.
on there. Yeah, if I can, we'll do the GOP debate. We still got a few things going on here. Still got some time, but so yeah, the GOP debate was this weekend, and it wasn't that anything too different. The only difference is now instead of talking about Ukraine, they were talking about Israel. That was about the only difference that I saw from that and the other two. And I guess Vivek did have some pretty fucking some pretty mic drop fucking moments there. We're actually going to look up some of those right now. I'm going to be doing that in the background. What's your thoughts on the whole debate?
I mean, like you said, it was fucking watching, honey dry on fucking paper, bro. It's pretty ridiculous, dude. You seen the huge black hole left by fucking Pence, dog? Right? Nope, you didn't even realize he wasn't there. And Chris Christie is just a fucking joke. You know what I mean? It basically has been, dude. Vivek stabbed Nikki Haley enough, I think, ruined her. That was his Tulsi moment, man. You know what I mean? And you got some mixed reactions, like in the one where he comments about her kid being on TikTok, and then you even got like Dan Bongino. You just don't attack people's kids, man. Dude, he didn't attack her kid. He pointed out the fact that this chick's trying to fucking ban you from being able to use TikTok while her kid's running around making fucking videos on it, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Pointing out someone's fucking, hypocrisy is not attacking their child, dude. Fucking idiots. Right? But definitely, he lived it up there, dude, with the old 3-inch heels. We've got two of them on the stage. Like, that was a fucking, you know what I mean? That was a good moment, bro. Yeah, like that guy came up a bunch of notches that night. Yeah.
Yep. I'm trying to find some of the clips right now. If I can, here's the Nikki Haley, you're just scum. But this is the one I wanna take out first. Is basically a Vivek's opening moment, right? Is one of the first fucking All right, let's go ahead and check this one out.
Think about who's moderating this debate. This should be Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, and Elon Musk. We'd have 10 times the viewership, asking questions that GOP primary voters actually care about and bringing more people into our party. You think the Democrats, and we've got Kristen Welker here, do you think the Democrats would actually hire Greg Gutfeld to host a Democratic debate? They wouldn't do it. And so the fact of the matter is, Kristen, I'm going to use this time because this is actually about you in the media and the corrupt media establishment. Ask you, the Trump-Russia collusion hoax that you pushed on this network for years, was that real or was that Hillary Clinton made up disinformation? Answer the question. Go. Sorry. This is how we get our country back. We need accountability because this media rigged the 2016 election. They rigged the 2020 election with the Hunter Biden laptop story, and they're going to rig this election.
Your time is up.
Accountability.
Let me turn to Governor Christie. Why you?
Because this media accountability, media election.
Go back to that shit and grin right there.
Fucking toad, bro.
Right. That's you just got shit on, and you don't have a fucking single thing to say back about it, right? That's the fucking shit eating grin right there. You just fucking sitting there eating a big bowl of fucking shit, and you don't have any fucking choice but to take it. Like that's a great fucking look right there. But that was, he makes a good fucking point. He makes fucking great points. I can't. I'm pretty stoned. I can't remember the goddamn chairwoman's fucking name right now. But I mean, afterward, she was
Ronna
basically saying that
Ronna Romney, right.
Oh, fucking Ronald McDonald and shit was basically saying that, she's not going to give one more fucking penny to Vivek. Right. And, obviously it's not like it's her fucking money. She's the fucking, the chair of the RNC. She's not it's not like fucking she's running anything other than basically, organizing all the shit for the RNC. Right. But, yeah, she's basically
failing.
Right. She's doing what is essentially been the entire cause of the spinelessness of the Republicans that we been talking about since day one on this show, right? The fact that the Republicans are basically just kind of spot fillers, but the whole unelectability, that's really all been her. She's been putting all this fucking money in the wrong fucking campaigns and shit, basically trying to get these establishment people elected. And meanwhile, fucking the only reason that we're even able to get MAGA people elected is because of the fact that Trump endorses them, right? Other than that, fucking they're not willing to spend any fucking Republican donors money on MAGA candidates. So that's why, I mean, the moral of the story, just fucking don't donate to the Republican Party. If you're going to donate to fucking MAGA, donate to Trump directly or donate to the candidates directly, but yeah, fucking, the whole problem with the Republican Party is the old fucking guard establishment. And basically, old Ronald McDonald is fucking sitting there trying to hold the fucking reins and trying to keep it what it was. And basically they're, as these, we say frequently, they're over here fucking working hard to snatch fucking defeat from the jaws of victory, Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the fucking pattern, especially since this chicks took control. Like Vivek pointed out, man, we lost fucking 2018, 2020, 2022. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, fucking
dude, fucking old fucking We Was Devil Kings just dropped a fucking, said his brother called Trump the only real rhino, and that made sense, dude. I mean, I guess it kind of does when you think about it, right?
Right. Yeah. Yes, that's pretty spot on, man. I mean, fucking really fucking it's what's necessary. It's what needed to happen to the Republican Party. It's what needed to revitalize the Republican Party. I mean, it's essentially fucking, it's the actual republic now. It's an actual fucking Republican Party rather than just people that are just, spot fillers and just people that are just there to fucking collect donations and fucking, I don't know, fucking make a whole bunch of money and fucking sell a fucking book afterward. They don't want to make any fucking waves. They don't want to fucking, go against the grain. They don't want to buck the system or nothing like that. Fucking, we're just going to, do everything by the book and that's it. And that's essentially what's gotten us into this whole fucking problem. The Republican Party, the conservative party, is not about conserving anything. It's about fucking compromising, And the progressive party is progressed us fucking to the point where we're about to fall off a cliff. And just the Republican Party has been complacent in the entire thing. And basically, we needed somebody like Trump to take over the Republican Party, to bring a fucking new life to the Republican Party, and basically to, actually fucking give them a fucking vertebrae for once in their goddamn fucking existence,
And they are good at fucking conserving something. Good at conserving the leftward trajectory of the Overton window, bro. Even when they're in power.
Right. Yeah. Fucking they're good at fucking collecting donations and shit. Like I forgot fucking who it was. I was talking some shit to somebody on fucking the old Twitters and shit. They're saying something about fucking like, oh, most of the people couldn't do half of the fucking shit that Joe Biden did. I was like, yeah, to be honest, I don't think I could get away with fucking that much corruption. I don't think I could fucking do that much fucking money laundering. That takes some real fucking skills right there. You got to be doing something, right?
If I fell down every day, I would have.
Right.
If I fell down every day, I'd have piss tests on a regular and been fired a long time ago.
Right. Yep, fucking shit. I wish I could have fucking banged fucking hookers and fucking smoked crack and all that shit. They're doing something right, apparently. Right.
Right.
Yep. Just because what they're doing is wrong doesn't mean they're not doing it right. They're really fucking good at corruption, bro. They're really fucking good at bribes and fucking.
Dude, I really dig Hunter's Biden's.
I want to party with that guy, bro. Right? Yeah, shit. Fucking. Let's go ahead and check out this one. This was the Nikki Haley saying basically fucking Ramaswamy's scum for going after her daughters. How dare you bring my daughters into this? It's uncalled for.
Ramaswamy, we talked about this. You campaign on TikTok. How do you get TikTok banned if you use it?
Well, I want to laugh at why Nikki Haley didn't answer your question, which is about looking at families in the eye. In the last debate, she made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
Leave my daughter out of your voice.
Adult daughter. The next generation of Americans are using it. And that's actually the point. You have her supporters propping her up. That's fine. Here's the truth.
You're just
the easy answer is actually to say that we're just going to ban one app. We got to go further. We have to ban any U.S. company actually transferring U.S. data to the Chinese. Here's a story most people don't know. Airbnb hands over U.S. user data to the CCP. Now, that's a U.S.-owned company. So this is the problem when you have Republicans that temporarily go the way the winds blow, and now it's popular to talk tough on China. When she was UN ambassador, called them literally, her words, not mine, our great friend. You can't be fair weather fans of the right policy. Get to the root cause. Even U.S. companies in Silicon Valley are regularly doing it. Cut the virtue signaling. The fact of the matter is Democrats are on TikTok today. The only person, one of the few people who is putting up content the way the actual algorithms work, speaking for pro-Israel views or others, is
Ambassador
me.
Haley,
More Republicans will join it, but stop U.S. companies from turning over data.
It's actually not just Ramaswamy. If you guys would like to, go ahead and subscribe to the Liberty Swine here. He's all over the TikToks right now. Whenever he's not getting temporary bans and suspensions and shit, he's all over there fucking.
It's been a long time. I've been on there. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
Right,
post new content on there all the time, man.
Right. Yeah, it's not just Ramaswamy. It's this guy too, man. So make sure you guys get over there and subscribe to this guy if you guys are over there on the TikTok. Like I got on TikTok for a little bit, and I mainly just fucking started. I was just trying to fucking shit post fucking content to piss off fucking lefties and shit. But I got bored of it pretty quick, I guess. I couldn't do the whole TikTok.
I don't even scroll it. All I do is just post fucking conservative based content on there, news clips, shit like that. You know what I mean? And that's it, man. And really, if you get in anything in depth, dude, you lost them. If your fucking content's more than a minute, dude, piece of toast, bro.
Fucking attention span of a goldfish and shit. Matter of fact, goldfish probably has more attention span than that, actually. But
yeah.
Man,
but I mean, dude, man, if you can make some shorts, bro, a lot of people will absorb your content.
Yeah, I do got to fucking start clipping these into shorts more often. I get lazy, But one thing that does kind of fucking stand out to me, dude, is her comebacks are terrible. Her comebacks are fucking terrible. Like, keep my daughter's name out your voice. Who the fuck says that?
And then even like you got conservative fucking podcasters and shit. Like she came back at him like she said scum, dude. She threw out a fucking a lame ass childish comeback to being called directly to her face a straight hypocritical fucking piece of shit warmonger, man. You know what I mean?
Right. That's about as fucking hardcore of a comeback is. Don't. Just don't. That's all we got to say.
Yeah, in the comment, it says the chick's in her 50s. Was he attacking a child? Like I said, no. Saying your child's on TikTok's not attacking her. That's saying, look, you're fucking trying to cut everybody else off, but your daughter's making fucking videos on you. You know what I mean?
Well, how old is her daughter?
I don't know. This guy's tripping. She's not really in her 50s, man. Like I said, you can see her videos on the old TikTok, dude. I mean, there's even clips of them on quite a few shows today, that were bouncing around. I think even the old doctor put one in.
Yeah. I actually didn't check out the doctor today. He usually does a full like hour and something live stream on Fridays. I usually always watch his live stream Friday before we do our live stream Fridays. The good old Dr. Steve, man. Yep. But I actually haven't checked out this one yet. I guess it looks like the crowd burst into a fucking Trump chant at the Republican presidential debate.
And he said, no, the wording was fucked up. He said Haley's in her 50s.
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna. So I mean, if she's in her 50s, then how old can her daughter really be? I mean, unless fucking she had her daughter
she's
like
in her 20s.
Yeah, it's not like fucking it's a child. It's basically just your kid. It's the same thing as fucking talking shit about Hunter Biden smoking crack. It's fair fucking game.
Yeah.
That was awesome, you guys, but that's the last time we're going to do that, right? Because we really, really, really want to hear from these candidates, and they worked really hard for us tonight, okay? So we're so...
Oh, wow. I hadn't heard that. I haven't seen that one yet, man.
That's great,
wow.
Right, dude? What do you think them fools feel? They're all standing up there trying to be serious, and the crowd screaming Trump at them, man.
Right. They got to feel like this big, man. And at the same time, they should. They should. I mean, I maybe obviously not the candidates.
Ron does.
I mean, most of them. Definitely Ron. Definitely fucking Ron. Holy shit.
Oh, Rob DeSantis.
Right, he fucking feels about 3 inches shorter today. Oh man,
the lifts aren't working.
Right, if I can deflate it real quick. But let me see if they got any more fucking clips. I think that's it. I think the fucking post millennials had some clips of the old Ramashwams. Let's see. Vivek addresses the Democrats and this farce that Joe Biden is going to be your nominee. This is kind of what I was talking about earlier. Like I said, I'm pretty sure they don't actually believe that fucking Joe Biden's going to be the nominee. I'm pretty sure they're well aware of that. I think they're just going to pull a last minute fucking switcheroo, so that way the fucking the Republicans don't have time to dig up any sort of specific dirt on whoever they actually do go with.
Right. Fucking Jeff says Rami should come out in heels, dude.
Right. Some fucking big old stilettos and shit. Yeah, I mean that was the other fucking thing with Nikki Haley's fucking comeback was fucking after his fucking in 3-inch heels fucking remark. Her basically, what was it like fucking like oh it's I don't know, it's for ammo or some shit.
It's not a fashion statement. It's not a fashion statement. It's for ammo, dude. Yeah,
Right,
and her original thing, the first thing she said was, "You don't wear them if you can't run in them." Like, what the fuck does that even mean, dude?
Right, dude. Worst fucking comebacks ever, dude. Like, Jesus Christ.
And again, dude, you got the conservative fucking pundits like that was cheesy of Vivek or cheesy of both of them right there. I thought that Vivek was slaying it right there, talking about fucking, dick fucking.
Fucking Dick Cheney in 3-inch heels.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, that was fucking
Darth Vader in heels.
Yeah, that was murderous. I hope we end up coming across the clip. I didn't actually, look it up beforehand, but yeah, dude, that shit was fucking brutal.
I thought it was at the end of that previous one that you played.
This farce that Joe Biden is going to be your nominee.
It cut off right there.
We know he's not even the president of the United States. He's a puppet for the managerial class. So have the guts to step up and be honest about who you're actually going to put up so we can have an honest debate. Biden should step aside, end his candidacy now so we can see whether it's Newsom or Michelle Obama or whoever else. Right, just tell us the truth so we can have an honest debate.
Michelle Obama. Yeah. It's going to be Big Mike, bro.
Right. Definitely.
Sorry,
what do you think about the whole fucking the whole fucking whether or not the RNC is really against fucking Ramaswamy or whether or not he's just basically it's just putting on a show, basically trying to pretend that they're fucking that he's their he's their bad boy of the Republican Party to basically try and be a new Trump, I don't know. What do you think of that?
From MAGA town, dude. That's what I think.
I think so too, man.
Just to fuck. Yeah, just to throw a wrench in the process, bro. And he already came out and said that he wouldn't accept a VP position. So I think that he's not going to win. He can't beat Trump. So I think he's just there just to help Trump, really.
Right, just to fucking keep MAGA on the debate stage and shit,
Right.
As we've seen when it comes to all the fucking questions about escalation of war with these candidates and shit, basically every single one of them is pro-war, either in fucking Ukraine or fucking Iran or wherever. Fucking Ramaswamy is the only person that's basically trying to say he's against it. And that's essentially the same message that Trump is trying to say. The only difference is with Trump, that's another reason why I was kind of bringing up Nikki Haley's fucking comebacks and shit is, what do you think fucking, promising fire and fury would sound like coming from Nikki Haley? You think it'd roll off the tongue as smooth as Trump? Do you think it'd fucking, get the, have the rest of the world fucking shaking in their boots because they don't know what the fuck this dude is going to do? That's like I said, that's really what we need in a president right now. We need someone that's going to come in and fix the economy. We need somebody that's going to basically, be fucking Donald Trump when it comes to the rest of the world, you know, and basically, like I say, promise fucking fire and fury, and I'm gonna melt those fucking iron domes and shit, you know. Like I say, I don't think any other candidate on and any fucking field has that same sort of bravado and commands that same amount of respect on the international stage as Donald Trump, you know.
You're right for sure, but I think Nikki Haley's a for sure warmonger, and she would definitely fucking love to launch some fucking missiles and whatnot. And I
Right.
think that if she said we're gonna blow you up, that she's definitely means she's about to blow you up. That's why she's in there like finish them. You know what I mean? I don't know if you heard her commenting on that as far as Israel's concerned, and that was her message to fucking Netanyahu was finish them, dude. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat out here.
Yeah. And to be honest, like I said, that's essentially my fucking message to him too. Like, fuck it, dude. Do what you guys got to do. We ain't sending you shit though.
Right.
Yeah. Like, fuck it. Either that or, like I say, it's just going to be, the whole reason that America likes the Middle East so much and why the Middle East is such a fucking hot topic for America is because we fucking
oils.
all that and
the oils.
The whole fucking conflict and shit, fucking it's constant fucking, money. That's constant fucking military industrial complex and shit, that's money. As long as we keep these fucking foreign wars up and shit, as long as we let them fight each other like to the brink of fucking death and then just let them fucking regroup, and then don't worry, we'll fucking we'll have refugee camps and we'll have fucking foreign aid and all this shit while they fucking regroup, and then we'll let them fight it out again. It's all just foreign conflict is fucking money, and that's what America wants. And that's what I think a lot of the whole war hawks want, including
That's when I go back to my trade and not political entanglements, right? Because I mean, you could fucking still do the same shit. Just sell it to them. Stop fucking sending it off the backs of your fucking taxpayers, and
Right.
be like, we'll send you any weapon you want, bro. You know what I mean? That'd be $1 billion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it is what it is. It's commerce, bro. And wars happen. It's unfortunate. You don't want to be in it. You don't want people you love getting in it. I mean, obviously, you don't want people to die, right? But necessary evil, it pops off, dude. I mean, someone's got to cash in. Someone has to provide weapons.
Yeah. But the whole thing is like say, I mean, how are they going to provide those sorts of weapons? It's not like they have a Federal Reserve where they could just print out a whole bunch of money and just say, here, let me buy these weapons, United States. The whole reason that, we basically send them, our weapons is because of the fact that then we could just fucking take the taxpayers' fucking money and replenish our fucking stock till we could just send it off to the next people and stuff. It's essentially a guaranteed way that, we get to fucking continue funding wars, and basically these people get fucking free credit on weapons, whether they win or lose, fuck it. We still get to replenish our stocks with taxpayer dollars, and the fucking military industrial donors are happy and satisfied,
They do have a central bank, and then like Jeff just pointed out, dude, they need to fund that shit with some poppies, bro.
Right. That's dude. I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I totally agree. I'm basically just pointing out, the whole reason that the fucking neocon establishment wouldn't go about that route is because fucking that, like I said, they're beholden to the donors and shit, That's the fucking the left, just the establishment in general, fucking they it obviously it would make the most sense to how about we just sell them some fucking weapons instead,
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Exactly
I know
what I'm saying.
But that's the one thing that we know that the government doesn't do is anything that makes fucking sense, So what they're going to do, I mean, that makes sense to the public, it makes sense to them, because obviously their fucking pockets get lined, their fucking campaigns get funded, everything's fucking hunky dory for everybody, and it's like I said, the whole thing is fucking, if we did run it as actually let's sell it to them, that'd be a fucking million times better. But the problem is fucking getting people to actually do it, And there's at the same time too, just the rest of the world has become so fucking dependent on America. Fuck, dude, they wouldn't fucking sell off any of their shit, They wouldn't fucking ship off, they wouldn't fucking, ship off anything to fucking make themselves, solid. If anything, they just fucking, well, I guess we're being taken over now. If without America backing it, a place like Ukraine could never have fended off Russia for even a fucking day.
Yeah, but
Let
all the
alone,
places that we defend are still being taken over.
I know. And that's the fucking problem. It's a fucking exercise in futility. Except the only people that are fucking making money off of this is fucking the military industrial complex and the fucking people that they're fucking doing backdoor deals with and fucking, making these deals to keep these wars going, to make these wars fucking forever wars,
Mm-hmm.
Yep, fucking definitely some fucked up shit. See, anti-Semitism is a symptom of deeper cancer. See, Vivek Ramaswamy explains how Ukraine is not a paragon of democracy. This one's actually a fucking pretty good one.
Senator. Mr. Ramaswamy, are you persuaded by President Zelensky's urgent new plea? Where do you stand on more funding?
I'm absolutely unpersuaded. And I'm actually enjoying watching the Ukraine hawks quietly, delicately tiptoe back from their position as this thing has unwound into a disaster. The first half of this race, I was the only person standing for it. Now they're actually quietly coming around to being more cautious, as they should. Level with the American people here. Ukraine is not a paragon of democracy. This is a country that has banned 11 opposition parties. It has consolidated all media into one state TV media arm. That's not democratic. It has threatened not to hold elections this year unless the U.S. forks over more money. That is not democratic. It has celebrated a Nazi in its ranks, the comedian in cargo pants, a man called Zelensky, doing it in their own ranks. That is not democratic. More facts for you that you won't hear from the mainstream in either party or the mainstream media. The regions of Ukraine that are occupied by Russia right now in the Donbass, Luhansk, Donetsk. These are Russian-speaking regions that have not even been part of Ukraine since 2014, that other people probably couldn't name those provinces for you. Those are the hard facts. And so to frame this as some kind of battle between good versus evil, don't buy it. And I'd like the likes of the sharpest of the war hawks on Ukraine, Nikki Haley, to have some accountability and answer. Do you want to use U.S. taxpayer money to fund the banning of Christians? That is actually what's happening. They're using the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. They have banned them. The Ukrainian parliament just did this last week, supported by our dollars. And I think you owe it to the American people, Nikki, to at least this one time at least condemn.
Thank you. That's time.
At least to
Mr.
condemn
Ramaswamy,
their
thank
banning
you.
of Christians.
Mr. Ramaswamy,
or else
thank
we're
you.
talking out of both sides.
Mr. Ramaswamy, thank you. We asked the questions.
Her face, dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was good, dude. Like I said, dude, that was his Tulsi performance for sure. That was his best one to me. Dude stood out, man.
Yep. Like I said, dude, I definitely fucking believe that the dude is MAGA town too. There's a fucking thing like oh, he's just putting on a show and shit. He's just basically being a demagogue. Basically saying what the people want to hear, and that's about it. That's all he's doing. He's just fucking that's what stream actually goes. Cool. But there's the whole idea that he's being a fucking a demagogue and basically just repeating the fucking MAGA phrases, but really deep down he's got a whole different fucking agenda and shit. And he's really just about power and shit. He's just trying to sneak his way in. But I don't believe that, man. I think the dude's fucking straight up MAGA town. I think he's the real deal. I mean, obviously not fucking Trump and shit, but I think he's actually legit fucking MAGA. And so yeah, fucking like I said, I think this whole MAGA thing, it's definitely fucking winning, and it's like I said, the whole litmus test for winning is the fact that they're fucking trying to censor it so much, and because it just continues to fucking keep growing so much. And I think that it's going to be a movement going forward, here real soon, especially because like we said, the younger crowd, they're a lot fucking more conservatives than we actually expected them to be.
Yeah, and I think that the dude is MAGA, dude, and I think he knows he can't win. Like I said, I think he's just there fucking pointing shit out and lambasting the media.
Okay.
I don't know if he's going to get any other kind of cabinet position or what. I mean,
Yeah, fucking. I don't know. I think he'd definitely take
I thought you were
the
gonna play
VP
something. I
spot.
wasn't done, but yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
I think the MAGA shit, dude. Obviously, if you're any kind of business owner in America, I would assume for the most part, a MAGA movement is much better for your business than fucking socialism, high taxes, and inflation. You know what I mean? And so
Right.
a dude that's about his money, I'm sure would do anything that was within their power to help that roll out, man.
Yep. Yep. Shit, most definitely, man. So, well, this is something I've been kind of mulling over in my head a little bit. It's a bit of a tangent, but like we were talking about last week about how fucking revolutions are usually kind of fucking kicked off by the young men's and shit like that. Um, and again, like we said with the elections and everything right now here in America, America's in a highly polarized place right now. And the one thing that we do know is the conservatives are basically being watched like fucking hawks, so essentially it's not like we could even fucking gather and protest or do anything. But the people that are capable of doing stuff like that, and the people that do have fucking deep state backing, and fucking these people with deep pockets fucking funding them and shit, is the left wing fucking Utes, the Antifa fucking people and shit. So one thing I've been kind of thinking is, what about if a Republican gets elected, if Donald Trump gets elected, if MAGA ends up getting elected, like I said, I think that that America is too polarized right now. Even if Donald Trump were to get elected, there's still going to be a huge fucking portion of the country that's they're going to have their same fucking meltdown again. Except this time, I think they with everything that's been going on here in America, with everything that they've been able to get away with, here in America over the last fucking during the whole Biden administration, I think the fucking left wing Antifas might be emboldened to actually fucking try and commit some sort of terrorist fucking act, but actually like a legit fucking type thing, or fucking actually try and fucking storm the Capitol legitly, actually pull a actual insurrection,
I think last time, dude, when they were popping off, like in Oregon and whatnot, when he was in office, he was talking about using the National Guard. I think he was dissuaded by people like it's fascism, you know what I mean? And I think this time he's going to if he gets into office, he's going to do the exact opposite of the fucking shit he did last time. And I think this time they'll have some heads cracked, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, but I do believe shit's going to pop off regardless. Like you said, if the Dems win, the right's going to be all about the shit's rigged. And, if Trump gets in, it doesn't matter. It's if they say it's rigged or not, it's just going to be it's fucking fascism, it's Nazism, and
Right.
just
Fucking
like
let's go burn down buildings and shit.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go rob fucking Targets.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So if I can, like I say, it's a kind of a fucking deal. Like I said, 2024 is it's that fucking moment in history. This is that fucking time. 2024. Like I said, I still fucking think Roseanne might be right. I think that might be the
Jeff in the comments
downfall.
says fucking. They said in the comments it says the still shot of Zelensky's not doing it, dude.
Right. Let me go ahead and play this video here. It's one that I actually I made myself. So fucking yeah, dude. Zelensky and fucking Ukraine and shit. As sad as it is, they're fucking done. I put this little video here together to basically highlight this really sad, rather pathetic moment from Vladimir Zelensky as he begs the international community for yet more money. Or even if you can't give us money, give us some credit.
If you can't give us some financial support, okay, please give us a credit, and we will give you back money.
No, he's not.
Give me money, money now. Me a money needing a lot now.
Come on, man, wait, man. Man, I suck your. Come on, man, just hook me up.
What the fuck you just say, nigga?
Man, I said I suck your dick. Come on, man, let's get fuck.
Cause fuck you. That's why.
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, dude, that's like I said. we really fucked that place. The West, not necessarily just the United States, but fucking the West really kind of fucked that place up a whole lot worse than fucking Zelensky did. Like Ramaswamy was saying, the parts that Russia was trying to basically annex were parts that were already pro-Russia in the first place. They're Russian-speaking fucking provinces. They're practically fucking Russia, and they've been Russia up until fucking what do you say, 2014 or something like that? I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, basically is.
Yeah, and so essentially, we had no business prolonging this. It's again just the military industrial complex, man. It's the fucking wars are fucking money, wars are profit, And so essentially we went ahead and prolonged this. And like I said, dude, that face of Zelensky and shit, that's it's like I say, my human side really comes out when I look at that, and it's like, fuck, dude, like I can't imagine what must be going through that man's head right now. Like I cannot fucking imagine it, dude. Like holy shit, like that guy's gonna fucking die. Like that guy's fucking a dead man, dude. Like that, he's gonna get fucking bloated up. He's gonna get fucking dragged in the streets and fucking beaten to death or fucking shot in the head or something, dude. Like that's a fucking dead man up there, you guys. Like, and he knows it. Like he fucking knows it, dude. Like that's gotta be fucking. It's gotta be rough, Whether it's fucking from the Russians or from his own people for fucking basically bowing down to the West and basically getting the majority of their fucking young fighting age demographic fucking killed. Like all the fucking men below fucking 40 are no longer existent in Ukraine. Like dude, that's a fucking dead man right there.
Women too. They've lost a shit ton of women too.
Yeah, dude. Like that guy's fucked. Like, dude, he's literally fucking please, you guys, gives me credits. Like he's fucking literally fucking. I suck your dick. Like, holy shit, dude, that guy is fucked. Yep.
Yeah, he's going Wagner Group style, bro. Fucking, you know what I mean? You can't even leave, bro. I mean, from previous events in England and whatnot. Russia will send someone over just to stab your butt real quick in the fucking airport, and you drop dead, and out. And even old Weebus Devil Kangs is in here like he's scared for his life. But dude, this was all a trapped up, man. I mean, this guy willingly violated the Minsk Accords, like you said, bowed to the West, and like, all right, we'll do this, and this said to me, this is going to send signals to China, like, go ahead and take Taiwan, even if America fucking tries to put up a give up and walk away after a minute. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not for the Ukrainians, never one time. They're not our actual allies, corrupt ass shit. But if you're going to get involved in something, dude, get involved in it, or, you know what I mean? It's got to be one or the other. Stay the fuck out, dude, or send these cats a couple of nuclear fucking weapons. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Shit. Yeah. So, like, dude, it was funny. I was actually working today. I heard some elderly people walking down the street, having a conversation, and the only thing, the part that I was able to hear was yeah, it seems like people aren't talking about Ukraine anymore, huh? What happened?
Right.
All right. That's
and it's because of us they're in this position. Not just with the Minsk Accords, man, but back in the 90s, we were like, give us your Soviet nuclear fucking warheads, and if anything pops off, we got your back. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they disarmed at our behest.
Yep. Yep. If I can, I'm sure we have a lot of types of agreements like that with fucking Israel and shit too. That's why a lot of this shit that we have going on with Israel right now. It's just more wars. It's more division. It's not even fucking division. Like it's really it's with everything going on here in America right now. America is not divided. We're fucking fractured. Like America is shattered right now. There's so many different people. Like there's the majority of the Republican parties are fucking against Ukraine, but then a huge majority is fucking pro-Israel, and then it's fucking there's the huge majority of us too. Or actually, we're starting to become a fucking minority in the Republican Party that are, just anti-intervention all around. As we saw on stage, all the fucking people up there that are basically, we need to support our ally fucking Israel and shit. We need to support Israel. We need to support Israel. And we even have some up there. We need to supply Ukraine more. Like, Jesus. But yeah, the anti-interventionist, that's the real fucking minority here. But all this shit going on, it really is. It's not dividing us. It's fucking fracturing the country.
Let ourselves be overwhelmed with fucking immigration, man. And, then we let our children be programmed to be useful fucking idiots to where they'll cheer on, their own death. Like these people that are college age kids are running around out here protesting for would cut most of their fucking heads off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's pretty vile. And like we were speaking on before about the guardrails on liberty, you have, beyond subversive, you have straight up basically enemy combatants in your own streets and in your Congress using, excuses of freedom of speech to denigrate your own country, man.
Yeah. Fucking shit. Speaking of in our own home and shit, have you seen this video yet?
Oh, which one?
This one right here. It's I forget who the fucking dude is, but he's walking around
I saw a couple of them where he's fucking around at the right. I saw a couple of them, but there's different clips. I didn't watch this whole video or nothing.
All right, this one's about 2 minutes. This is the only one that I saw. Just I was scrolling through the other day, but this is here in
I flew in here
Tucson, man. Fucking literally right down the street.
Yeah, one of the clips I saw.
And then I didn't even think about it. I got
Yeah, that's where he's at right now. Fucking Tucson International.
Fly out of here, and it is completely packed. My recommendation: don't fly out of Tucson. And I'm a big Americans guy. I've been flying with them for years. I've got status, all that crap. But I would have to say, don't fly with American right now. Their flights, that's all illegals behind me, all going through with their paper IDs and flying on my flight to Dallas, and then many of them on the flight to Miami for the Trump rally. They're obviously not going to the Trump rally, but I am paying full price while they use our tax dollars to invade our country. This is the security line for illegals. So just to give you an update, TSA takes twice as long because they have a special line specifically for illegals coming through. It already reeks like BO, and we're not even on the plane yet. Don't fly through Tucson. And if you voted for Biden, one of the real votes, not the fraudulent ones, you did this. It's crazy. As we were coming in, there was actually some of them that were complaining that the TSA taking too long.
Fucking entitled. Immigrating entitlement.
If you live in Tucson and you still support the Democrats, you're an idiot.
Yeah. If you voted for fucking... if you voted for fucking Regina Romero, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. And Devil Kings here is definitely wrong, dude. He said at least like they were mostly women and children and not fighting age men. That's just a single clip, man. He's got several other during that same episode where it's nothing but dudes.
Right. Yeah, fucking actually shit, what did you see the other day? Fucking, I don't know if you saw it or not. Fucking, we had a bomb threat at one of the schools here in Tucson. On the east side, actually. Yeah, they fucking had to evacuate all the kids and shit. Fucking, yeah, that's tell me that's not a fucking symptom of the shit that's going on here at the border. They haven't really released much information about it, but yeah, tell me that's not a fucking symptom of the shit going on here at the border.
Yeah, definitely, man. And it's gonna get a lot worse, bro. It's gonna get a lot worse. We're talking, 8 million known already in the country since Bidens. Like that's more than the population of like 15 other states, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely like you know the whole replacement theory. It's not a fucking conspiracy theory. That's reality. You know,
It's
they're
not right.
trying
It's not even a theory. It's happening. It's practice.
right. They're trying to dilute you know American culture down to the point of nothing. So that way, basically, that you know Americans fucking they're they got this pesky streak of liberty and fucking freedom and shit in them. So we have to fucking water that down and destroy it. So that way we can get enough people to like to vote in fucking you know for to be basically ruled over. You know, to basically we need enough people to fucking you know vote in fucking communism and all that, and fucking vote in socialism and all that shit. And we'll fucking import people here. You know, we'll pay them fucking benefits, give them fucking tax dollars and shit, give them fucking voting rights, and then next thing you know, we have a fucking full on socialist country, and we finally fucking destroyed that pesky United States, and then we could get to the full fucking you know globalization of the world. You know, fucking yeah, I'm pretty sure they'd
That's
be
a
able to
Cloward
fucking do
Piven
it.
strategy, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Cloward Piven strategy, bro. It's overwhelm the system with fucking debt and, you know, illegal immigration period as a whole, man, of people of clashing cultures and, you know, tear the fabric of, you know, society apart. And then, you know, like I said, dude, reign over it. It easily turned into a communist fucking joint, man, because you got the naturals that are going to be here, you know, clamoring for security and whatnot. And then you got the rest coming here for free shit and handouts, man. Fucking airline tickets, $2,200 a month checks, and mopeds.
Yep. But I don't know, man. Fucking, I don't know. Like I say, I'm really kind of hoping to see how it goes down with the whole Trump getting in and fucking, you know, having the largest deportation in fucking human history. Because the one thing that I do kind of wonder is like a lot of these people's court dates are, you know, their first court date is basically going to be when Trump's already fucking out of office again. You know. So I mean, is he even able to do that? You know, is he even able to deport them? Is they have a fucking court date still? That's you know like 5 years out. I guess you know he could you know fucking impose like a remain in Mexico type thing again and basically report them back to the border, and so they just have to wait there. But I don't know because then there's a whole fucking you know having to deal with Mexico. And I know fucking Trump would more than likely just be able to like no fuck you, you sent them to us, you're taking them back, you know. But
yeah,
that's a you know, couple different fucking things. I don't know. What do you think, man?
I say, smell your letter. We was devils kings. I think that you know he's got a phone and a pen, dude. I think he needs to start pulling some Obama's fucking Biden's movement real quick, right? Normally, that's not something you don't want executive fiat bouncing around, man. But this is, you know, extenuating circumstances at this point, dude. Something has to be done, and no matter what you do, you're going to have one or the other or the establishment of both screaming it's fascisms, but it's self-preservation. And we need to start retracting the money supply. But one of the main things, and one of the only ways it's going to be carried out, is to remove punishment, you know, basically from the government from acquiescing, right, dude? And what was one of the topics tonight, right? Censorship, bro. You know,
yeah.
When he was in office last time, that was part of the reason the predicament went, I believe, you know, during 2020, 2022, with all this shit that was going on, right? With the different fucking government entities and fucking big tech. He pointed it out, talked about it, but didn't do a fucking thing about it until he himself was fucking banned. You know what I mean? And then he was powerless to do shit, dude. He was already on his way.
Yeah, fucking. I'm getting pretty damn stoned. Fucking. All right, we got two more topics here. The ones that we're saving for last because they're the ones that are most likely to get us fucking kicked off of YouTube. Right? So we got the Panama shooter, and then we got the fucking Trannyfesto. Which one do you want to start with, man?
Either or, man.
All right, if I can, so I guess we'll start with the earliest one. So if I can, on Monday, Stephen Craig hadn't released, what was it, 3 pages from fucking Nashville shooter fucking tranny manifesto, and it was pretty much what we kind of expected it to be. I guess to an extent, as the rhetoric is very familiar, to say the least, and it really just kind of shows what the probable, I would say, outcome is by teaching a lot of these young people things like CRT and fucking all the far leftist type shit that they're teaching people right now. Basically, there's a whole oppressor unoppressed victim mentality type stuff that they're teaching people right now. The whole anti-whiteism that's really prevalent here in America right now that they're teaching to these people. It's really just kind of shows what the probable outcome is going to be from just a whole generation just this shit shoved down their throat, right? And the whole thing that really kind of is really telling about the whole thing is the fact that they wanted to suppress it. Originally when the first thing when it first went down and everything, they said that okay, they're gonna go over their manifesto and then they're going to release it to the public. And the day before they're about to fucking release it, they go ahead and redact it and say, oh nope, actually we can't release it because there's people that are mentioned in there that may be implicated, that maybe I guess there's other stuff that we're investigating in it, basically, right? And basically a lot of us thought that you're like, oh, maybe it named specific people at the school or something like that, or maybe it talked about some sort of something that actually took place at the school, because obviously this person was a former student, and there's a whole bunch of speculation as to what it might be about, but it turns out, as far as we know, a lot of it was anti-whiteism, CRT based, just really a lot of the whole left-wing rhetoric in general, right? So why I say that is because, of course, we only got 3 pages of it, and basically in part of the writings from one of the pages, it alludes to the fact that they may have recorded a video just before doing that, before going out and committing these acts, right? So there's a whole lot of evidence and possibly actually video manifesto that they're not, that it's obviously not being released to the public. I guess some investigative journalism is what ended up bringing these 3 pages to us. But yeah, just I don't know, it's a whole censorship and the whole fucking liberal left wing agenda. It's becoming very prevalent. It's becoming very apparent as to what their actual end goal is. And it's really like we were talking about earlier. It's basically getting rid of the fucking independent streak, or essentially the white guys, in America, the people that basically, will refuse to be fucking, the people that refuse to be fucking ruled, and we have to fucking, water that down to the plea. It doesn't fucking matter. We don't need their fucking votes anyway. We've moved in enough fucking people to where, we're fucking, we're taking over now. But yeah, I've been kind of jabbering on, man. But yeah, fucking yeah, definitely some crazy fucking shit. What really kind of stood out to you with the whole fucking Trannyfesto?
Well, the fact that they're saying that they won't release the shit now, the diary, the journal, the manifesto, whatever you want to call it, due to it being in litigation. But you're right. But the litigation is people suing to get them to release it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's just normal government shenanigans, man. And you've seen 7 police officers or whatever, investigators, were put on leave after the shit was leaked. You had the mayor there in the area come out, and of course, it's all about who leaked it rather than the substance that's in the fucking documents, man.
Right.
And the video, as far as that's concerned, I don't even know if I'm cool with that even being put out, because that's exactly what that person wanted. That's the reason they made a fucking video. You know what I mean? The whole, you're making them famous shit. So, I could see releasing the transcript, because then you're just reading some faceless shit, but stop using the pictures and don't put out the video. It's my opinion.
Yep. Yeah, definitely, man. Fucking, and at the same time, we really don't kind of need it. I mean, these 3 pages are telling enough. We could, like I said, we could pretty much assume what else is on there, all right? And the
Yeah.
part that's really, kind of disgusting about the whole thing is that it's not the fact that, I mean, it is the fact that, they're more preoccupied with finding out who leaked the fucking Trannyfesto as opposed to basically getting rid of this type of rhetoric that led to this, within our schools, right? They're all super gung ho to fucking make sure that we, no white supremacist fucking rhetoric anywhere, fucking will remove hate speech any fucking where, we find it and shit. But at the same time, they don't consider fucking critical race theory hate speech. They don't consider fucking, anti-white to be an actual thing, and so therefore they're fucking actually pushing it in, they're trying to push it in our schools. I mean, they're not trying, they actually are. The only thing is we have, a couple fucking we have some good people, on the Republican side that are actually, fighting back and trying to get a lot of this shit removed from our schools. But the Democrats and the people that are actually running the Department of Justice, the people that made the decision to suppress this fucking manifesto, are the people that are trying to push this same fucking rhetoric in our schools to our children. Like that's the part that's fucking crazy about it to me. Like, who are they protecting with this other than themselves? Other than, the fucking the left-wing fucking party? Who are they protecting?
They're protecting the ideology, man. You know what I mean?
All right.
And they can't let people know the truth, that it breeds fucking self-loathing, hate. You know what I mean? And eventual fucking acts of violence, man. I mean, it causes mental illness. And like we said before, man, we've made it to where there's no place basically for that to be dealt with. They've closed mental institutions and whatnot, and they're churning them out left and right, and leaving them out here in the cold and stark reality to realize that life isn't fucking lollipops and palm trees, man.
All right.
And they fold, they snap. It's like falling down on a daily basis and shit. Yeah, it's a definite cultural Marxism. And like you said, dude, we've let our children be programmed to absolutely fucking hate themselves and where they come from, man.
Yep. I said,
Are we gonna touch on the Jim Jordan shit, dude?
oh yeah, actually fucking actually got the tweet pulled up right here.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and yeah, actually fucking it's just back over. All right, man. So fucking yeah, I almost forgot this one. All right, so Jim Jordan fucking bombshell report on the censorship industrial complex. I like that one. It's a good name for it. Fucking censorship industrial complex, aka the government. So hundreds of secret reports show how DHS, Gov, CISA, Gov, and the GEC, State Department, and Stanford and others worked together to censor Americans before the 2020 election, including true information, jokes, and opinions. Right. So, I mean, obviously, this is all kind of stuff that we've been well aware of, especially if you're one of the people that was subject to, this sort of censorship. But yeah, just like I said, when the Twitter files came out, it's not like I say, it's nothing that we didn't already know was going on. It's just actual concrete vindication. It's actual fucking receipts to be able to fucking show that no, actually the fucking government has been working in a biased manner, to boost one side and basically to suppress the other. All right, so
yeah,
the
and
federal
government, like we just mentioned with the go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna read the next one.
Like it direct connection, like you just said, Stanford, like we were just saying, through the education, fucking making our kids self-loathing, man. Right there it is for you, bro.
Yep. So let's see, the federal government's disinformation experts at universities, big tech, and others work together through the Election Integrity Partnership to monitor and censor American speech. According to one EIP, the EIP was created, quote, at the request of the CISA. I'm not too sure what all these fucking acronyms are. They're, but either way, the head of the EIP also said that the EIP was created at the after quote working on some monitoring ideas with the CISA. Let's see. It's got some documents in here. We'll take a look at those after, but let's see, read more of this. So here's how it worked. EIP stakeholders, including the federal government, would submit misinformation reports. EIP would analyze the report and find similar content across platforms. EIP would submit the report to big tech, often with a recommendation on how to censor. The Judiciary GOP and at Weaponization, let me see, at Weaponization, no Weaponization Committee, obtained these non-public documents and information from at Stanford only after the threat of contempt. You can read all the details in the reports here. We want to check that one out after. See, so who was targeted? Americans of all political types, but especially conservatives, including at Real Donald Trump, at Senator Tom Tillis, at Newt Gingrich, at Governor Mike Huckabee, at Marjorie Taylor Greene, at Sean Hannity. There's a whole bunch of them. The list goes on down to Newsmax, actual fucking news outlets. Yeah, this is the federal government censoring these people. I mean, I guess you could say it's big tech censoring them, but it's big tech censoring them at the fucking behest of the federal government, which is horribly fucking corrupt. It's a horrible fucking abuse of power.
Fuck yeah.
Let's see, what speech was targeted for censorship? True information. Yeah, I fucked that one up. True information and jokes, political opinions. Here are a few examples. Let's see, they got a couple of these tweets here. See, Donald Trump, Georgia continues using same software Michigan counties. Also encountered a glitch. What a total mess this election has been. Right, so obviously, talking about the election, that was the as soon as fucking January 6th happened, that was a big thing. If you had anything to say about the election, you're gonna get banned. I mean, that was the whole fucking big thing, and as a lot of the information and stuff now has been proven true, as we were just talking about a little bit earlier. With all the fucking all of the ballot machines, fucking up in the elections and shit. All these fucking Chinese made fucking election machines. But let's see. So Hermeet K. Dillon says, polling is going smoothly in many parts of Pennsylvania, according to my colleagues. Have spoken to multiple lawyers there, but Philadelphia has rampant problems. Is the Democrat A.G. Shapiro, who is on the ballot, giving them cover? What or we are document handling this vote? I mean, it's like I said, they're basically just censoring opinions, and I don't know. You want to go ahead and spiel on this for a minute, man? What's your thoughts on this so far?
I mean, it's government wide, man. Like you said, CISA, DHS, man, FBI, and of course we know all the normal culprits in big tech, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, yada yada, but even like Reddit. Dude, this is deep webs, and with this coming out, that's why you see now the old Biden's regime pushing for their whole digital equity fucking bill, basically giving the federal government complete control over the inner zones for this to continue in a legitimate fashion, right? And this is the whole election integrity fucking section, and this was established in 2020, man. And it's dude, it's hard to believe, but it's 1984, right? The name means the opposite, and everything you see happening around you is fucking beyond the whole. We got to get rid of the deep states. This is government wide, man, and branches into fucking corporatism, obviously, for real oligarchy shit, bro.
Yeah. I mean, shit, even the people that like you say, just the people that work in government shit, or the people that are, on the lower levels and shit, like a lot of them are just fucking complacent as well, the fucking,
and
misinformation boards and all that.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Like everything's misinformation while they push disinformation. And they use the whole excuse of foreign threats anytime they're called on. Well, we got to have this power to protect you from foreign threats, man. Like, dude, I think they're the only real threat, right? Russians buying $100,000 of fucking ads on Facebook is not fucking with elections, regardless of what MSNBC likes to spit, right? Legacy media wide, I guess. But you know, leftist control of fucking anything at this point is, dude, like dude was just saying in the video, you're fucking moron, stupid,
Right?
Right?
Yep. Yeah, fucking, it's yeah, I'm pretty damn stoned. I forgot what I was going to say.
Me
But,
too.
all right. Let me go ahead and read this last part real quick. So, who did we miss? Did you have a social media post that was targeted by EIP? It's clear why Stanford tried to only produce these after judiciary, GOP, and weaponization, threat, and contempt. So let's go ahead and check this out real quick. See, the committee's subpoena imposes legal obligations on SI to comply and produce responsive materials. Thus, your client's refusal to produce documents responsive to the committee's subpoena 4 weeks after the subpoena return date is highly concerning. Accordingly, the committee expects the SIO will complete its production of responsive documents in full by no later than Wednesday, June 14th, 2023 at 5 p.m. If Stanford fails to comply in full with the subpoena's demands, the committee may be forced to consider the use of one or more enforcement mechanisms. Thank you for your client's attention to this matter. So after that was sent, that's when Stanford went ahead and complied with the committee. All right.
All right. The Stanford Internet Observatory.
Yep. Yeah, fucking yeah. I don't know, man. Fucking like you said, dude. These all these universities and shit, they're pretty much all fucking indoctrination camps at this point. You know,
That's
I mean,
what I'm saying.
We used to have our resident fucking commie, fucking John Bay, fucking that was actually on here. Like I said, he was the first person that I ever heard the fucking name Ron Paul from. And then fucking, a decade later, now he's a full on fucking communist because he went to fucking university for a couple years. And this place is that's what they are. They're full on indoctrination camps, dude. And as I mentioned earlier, man, the world fucking we can't have fucking an entire fucking nation full of just fucking people with liberal arts fucking degrees and fucking queer dance theory and all this and that type shit. Like otherwise it's gonna devolve into what the fuck we have today, where everything's about fucking social justice and everything's about fucking feelings and all this and that type stupid shit. We actually need a good amount of people in the labor force. We need skilled fucking workers. We need people that are, capable of manufacturing. We need people that, are just going to have fucking ideas, and fucking create stuff, invent and fucking new random ass fucking shit, But instead, nope, everybody wants to be a fucking social worker. And so that's why we have an entire fucking nation full of fucking, government workers. What is it? Like 19 million fucking people in America work for the federal government. Like, that's fucking insane. Right. I don't know if it's just the federal, but just the government in general here in America. I'm sure that's including mailmen and all that shit, but just 19 fucking million people. That's nuts.
And that's the Green New Deal is that's they want to provide government jobs for everybody, man. Like you said, and this is all taxpayer funded, the vast majority, even the ones that claim to not be. You have Biden repeatedly trying to push forth fucking executive orders to forgive billions and billions of dollars in debt. In other words, you're going to pay for it. Your grandkids are going to pay for it. Back to the original topic, the censorship, man. Again, using your tax dollars to fucking, curtail your First Amendment rights. Like, dude, I mean, it's complete corrupt government, man. We need a, total overhaul. Like, I don't even know if it can be saved, dude. I hate to be black-pilled, but anytime you get into the fucking headlines and start digging around and, researching the shit that you're reading, you're just like, dude, everything's fucked. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, I don't think fucking this system that we have now could be saved. I think fucking, like I said, I think we're America's at fucking midnight. We're fucking seconds to midnight. Our entire nation's gonna implode in one way or the other. And like I say, I don't think it's necessarily black pilled. I think it's more or less kind of inevitable. Just doesn't necessarily mean that we're just going to be, fucking down in the dumps for the next fucking, 40, 50 years or some shit, the next, several generations. But, like we've said multiple times, it's going to be fucking some rough times and shit. Things are going to get fucking hard. The shit may even be some blood. Who fucking knows, But either way, we're definitely the system that we're working on right now. It's unsustainable. I guess it's sustainable if you're okay with fucking runaway inflation and fucking endless printing of money and basically having to take an entire wheelbarrow full of fucking cash to go buy a fucking pair of shoes, or if you're okay with fucking digital currency, then I guess the system can stay the way it is. But ultimately, fucking I don't know that's why I say I feel like we're at a point where it's either fucking if we have an economic collapse, well, then we're gonna fucking fall into fucking full tyranny when everybody goes to look to the government to basically fix the economy, even though they're the ones that ruined it in the first place. If we have a more kind of physical type of collapse here in America where fucking people shooting in the streets and all that type of shit, I think we're gonna have a more I guess fucking possibly libertarian or more freedom oriented type of or I guess more constitutional, classic constitutional fucking type country where people are basically gonna fucking try and keep shit in line because they realize that the government cannot save them. Because like I said, fucking what's easier for people to understand is violence as opposed to economics,
Logic, right?
Right. But yep, fucking I don't know, man. Fucking we still got the Panama fucking shooter to go to, but I don't know. It's already like 2 fucking something, or we've been like like 2 hours 10 minutes already.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I get my ass to bed soon, man.
All right, bro.
But alrighty, man. We appreciate you guys stopping by. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share this channel out with your friends, share this video out with your friends. Make sure you guys go subscribe to the Liberty Swine channel. All of those links are in the description below. We appreciate you guys stopping by. Fuck off. All right. Anything you want to add before we go? Actually,
that's it. Smell you later, man. Have a good weekend.
Yeah. Right out, man. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Peace.